Well, anyway, anybody out there who is looking for something exercise wise, it's a great thing right now. If you can go to bodyspartan.com, the guy who runs that is actually our leader for Texas. Definitely check the website out. He's got some good workout programs, keep you active, keep you motivated, keep your body moving. He's got, I think I saw on the website, like a 14-day free trial on there. So, awesome being able to give that away and, help people out. You gotta keep the body moving, and, that guy knows his stuff. So check it out. Bodyspartan.com. Awesome guy. I talked to him yesterday. He was just super excited about getting things going. He was offering to help in all kinds of areas, and it was like, okay, hold on. I know, but your time is limited too, so we can't give you everything. So, let's see, Timmy. If a job puts food on the family dinner table, it's essential. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Every job is essential. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's not happiness guaranteed. Having a job is part of being able to pursue happiness. Telling us that we can't do that is messed up. Yeah, it's crazy times. So, motivational tip of the day: make sure that you take and unplug for a little while. Go outside, get some sun. Get off the computer, get off the TV, whatever you're doing. Get outside and get a little bit of the outside air, fresh air. You're in there kind of breathing your own farts for a while. Ladies don't fart, so if it's a single woman at home, that's not the case. But you guys, single men especially, get outside, get some fresh air. Everybody get some fresh air. Get a little bit of sky. Go for a walk. Just unplug for a little while. It's good for the mind. You got to do that. So, hey, drinking some whiskey isn't a bad idea in the evenings. I would recommend keeping your 5 o'clock schedule for that. Don't start day drinking. That's not going to be healthy. Anyway, exciting stuff. Let's start with current events, right? So, Facebook political article came out. They are censoring even more now. They are coming after all of the protest groups. They're going to be shutting them all down. So expect that all of these groups and pages will be shut down soon. Now, the good news is here that we have a lot of the groundwork in place to be able to pick up these groups and the members in them and consolidate and help them out. So right now, while they're not shut down, make sure you're posting our website on there. We had a great guy. I'll talk about him in a little bit, but somebody is helping us get the website up and functional temporarily, helping us with hosting, stuff like that. And then we have another guy who's going to be taking it the extra mile within the next couple days. So it's going to be the place for people to go. That and YouTube, those are the two things. Share everywhere. We want to get people plugged in to the message. If they don't go to the website, then they can find the website from YouTube. They can at least hear what's going on, what we're all dealing with, because we're all staying connected as group leaders, as state leaders and everything. In our teams. So we've got the infrastructure in place to basically be able to help these things happen and make sure it doesn't stop as Facebook continues to censor and censor and censor. Because, that's what they're going to do. And they're going to use the excuse of we're protecting you, just like the government. They're out to protect our best interests. I don't need protection. That's my job, to protect me. So I have to have a brain, and I have to read and research what I'm reading online and see if it's true or not. And it's not your job to filter that information and tell me what I can and can't read. So Zuckerberg, I just had a little twitch there. Anyway, so that's some of the current affairs going on right now. Facebook is pummeling the hell out of all of these groups, especially the ones who aren't going to be prepared for it. So, we have to help pick up. That is the thing. We are the group who is organized. We are the group that's responsible. We're going to be the ones who help them out. All of these reopens I think are going to be pretty damn shocked when they get shut down like that. So it's going to be bad for them, and we want to make sure that we are able to help where we can. So that's kind of where that goes. As far as I've been talking about the 6 foot distancing and the masks. In the press right now, they're slamming these other groups. These protests that are going off beforehand, they're slamming them in the media because they're not doing the 6 foot distancing, because they're not doing masks. What was it? I think it was Kansas. Kansas was coming down pretty hard and actually saying that the protesters were the cause for the numbers to go back up. That's one of the things I want to avoid with what we're doing, and why I've always been so strong about that. You are responsible for your own health, but we as a group are responsible for the message we are sending, and we have to make sure the message we are sending is positive, and that it's helpful. And the message is that we are responsible. And then, what was it? I think it was Orlando, Florida. Somebody was telling me they did a little event not too long ago, yesterday or today. Days get mixed up here. And they're actually the organizers are being accused of promoting suicide. They're calling all the people who go to those protests basically suicides because they're going and getting themselves annihilated, whatever. Most of them won't die from this. Most of them will get, a cold or a flu and may not even notice. You're right, Scott. It is fake media. But unfortunately, and this is the crappy part, unfortunately, this is a war of information. This is not a war with weapons yet. That day may come, but at this point, it's a war of information. And the reason this is so important is we have to inform and we have to bring on board the middle. We're not going to bring on the far left. They're gonna stay on the far left, and unfortunately, that's the way it is. But the liberal media stations are speaking to the moderates in the middle as well. A lot of them woke up for a while and started moving over, but we have to get the rest. And that's really one of the main things. We have to get everybody on our side and with us. That's why it's important that we keep a positive spin on things. PR is what's gonna kill all of this, and that's the important part, is controlling the message. So we have to make sure the message is controlled, and the message is we are responsible citizens for the U.S. Constitution. That's what it's all about. Scott, they will. They are going to spend something some way or another. We just want to limit what they can. Okay, I agree. Totally. All right, so. Now onto the good stuff, right? The amazing news, the state of the revolution. So, first off, I was reached by the guy from My Militia in Utah, I believe, reached out to me. He offered to help us with the website, get it up and running rather quickly. Huge thanks. They are not your... the militia word has this weird spin to it. Crazy fake media. They are they're just a Second Amendment rights advocate group. That's really all it is. The reason they use the word militia is because militia is the exact word that is used in the Second Amendment. So, if you're interested in Second Amendment rights, Second Amendment information, responsible gun carry, check them out, mymilitia.com. The owner of that, fantastic guy who's helping us out a ton. Really appreciate him. So, check his stuff out. That's just one of the pieces. So, I'm currently in talks with Lori, the president or starter, the person who created United States for Medical Freedom. They are a health freedom group who really fights the constitutionality of injecting things into people's bodies. Their message aligns very strongly with ours. So, it's basically the same message. We're just, they've been fighting on a lot of issues too. But we're all fighting under the same umbrella right now. And they are going to support us. I was already reached by the leader of the New Jersey group, and they're going to be out there in New Jersey in big numbers. And they're also going to come along with us nationwide as we do this. So we're going to be talking more and working out details and everything as we go forward. That's freaking amazing. Reached out to the Gun Owners of America today. Started talks with them. We'll see if they're interested in doing this. I really think they will be. One of the other ones was started talking to more Tea Party guys. Talked to Tom Leland Taylor down in Albuquerque rather at length. He's going at all of the governors with the federal lawsuit. So that's an important thing here, because there needs to be something, some kind of retribution for what has been done in this. And unfortunately, most of the way this is written is they get off scot-free. They get immunity for this. So, he's making sure that doesn't happen and helping organize New Mexico. So get the word out there. Carl Boynton, he's a Tea Party, GOP kind of guy. Definitely a fiscal conservative. He's helping us out. He actually is, out there banging the drum. Trying to get us more connections out there so that we can get this thing more nationally recognized and even bigger growth, and get more of the Tea Party, more of the GOP conservatives on board with us. And then one of the big ones I talked to today was Mark Garfield. He's from Florida. He's the head of the Libertarian group down there. He talked to me, and we had a good conversation. He's going to help. First off, he's going to support the Florida group. He's going to show up down there. They've got large numbers down there. So Florida's going to explode here. And, he's also going to help connect to the national Libertarian group so that we can get that word out nationally at the same time. He was a really nice guy. When I first talked to him, he said, I don't really understand these Open America people are saying that you guys are Trump supporters, and this is all just a big Trump rally. So I had to kind of explain to him that obviously most of us are conservative. Being conservative, most of us are Trump supporters. So that is a thing, but we're not out there as a Trump rally. That's not what this is. This isn't a political movement. This is a movement of we the people. And he went, yes, absolutely, that's what it should be, and that's what the message should be. I'm on board. So some of these reopen people, just so you're aware, maybe trying to talk bad to us, which I don't understand, because this is a cooperation, not a competition. So obviously they have things a little mixed up there, thinking that we're competing against them. We're not competing against them. We're just holding the bigger message. That's all. I think we should support them. If you can go to both, go to both. Go to their events, come to ours. Absolutely. Their people should come to ours. What we're doing is we're sending a national message here. So that's the important thing here. That's what we're doing. Because in my mind, if one state is left locked down, if 49 states release the lockdowns and one is still left locked down, we're all still showing up. So because we as a country of United States citizens are sending a message, this isn't okay anywhere ever again. That's the freaking message, and it has to be from all of us. We can't just go, yeah, you know what, Alaska, you're on your own. Sorry. Because if they break through it one time in one place, they just continue to do it. And that's what they've done for years. And that's all they're trying to do here is just they're trying to break through and continue to erode these rights that we have. So we have to stand up together. We have to hold hands and, join as a country and not be divided. That's what this message is about. That was a great connection that I made. And then let's see what else. Who else did I talk to today? Jeez, I talked to so many freaking people. I was reaching out to a lot of people. I tried to call up I actually called the Shapiro show while they were on. They didn't let me on the show. They put me on hold like they were going to and then didn't. But after that, somebody made a really good idea. Anybody who's got some free time when Shapiro, Walsh, Tucker, Hannity, any of those guys are on, flood their freaking lines. Start calling the call-in line and just flood the line. As many people as we can get to do that, they won't be able to ignore us. They won't get any other calls. We should just flood their freaking phone lines, and they will have to hear us. And we will get national recognition that way. So, go for it. Just, Shapiro's on, flood his phone line so he's got no way to avoid us. He's going to be sitting there at his computer going, I got nobody to talk to if I don't talk to this guy. So, yeah. And you get on there, just tell them they need to talk to us. They need to hear our message about this thing. Just May 1st, national movement, boom. United States Constitution being brought back, Keep it simple. So that's kind of the state of the revolution. The website is partially back up now. The guy's putting the last bit of tweaks on it, and then once he's done with it, then I'm going to hand it off to the other guy, and he's just going to explode that thing with all kinds of stuff, the separate pages for the states and everything. So he said that's only going to take a couple days, but I wanted to make sure we had something up now so that we're prepared for the Facebook shutdown. So right now, it's extremely, extremely important that if you have not connected up with your state leader, if you want to be a county, a city, a district leader, you need to do that. If you have, if you're not wanting to go that far, but you're just wanting to help, try to find out who might be the leader for your city, state, or county. We might just stick you in charge of it if there's nobody there for now, until we can find somebody else. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. Anything helps, honestly. Again, we the people together are going to do this thing. It's not my message. It's our message we're sending. I'm just helping make sure it stays clear so they understand it. That's all. So media attention has been extremely high right now. I just did the other day. I did a broadcast with John Anthony, his show Black and Right. That was a great interview. Hopefully everybody saw that. I put that up on the YouTube channel. I just did another one this morning with a guy, WMAY out of Springfield. So that one went live, and then he wanted to do a second follow-up interview that he's going to release out to the Illinois radio network. So that'll go out to all Illinois radio stations. Hopefully a lot of them air something there. And then not just before this, actually, I did Chicago Tonight, did an interview there. So that should air at, I think, unless they cut it, I don't know, liberal stations. And they're not too bad, but they're a little liberal. They may decide to just cut that and not air it. So who knows? It may be on there at 7. It may not. I'm hoping it will. But so that's how that goes. We're getting a lot of attention. Talked to a great guy down in Nebraska. Got a lot of political experience. Really interested in doing what we need to do and bringing the black community in on this, because again, it's another division thing. We got to stop being separated by the color of our skin, by what we believe about abortion, by what we believe about vaccines, by what we believe about guns. We have to start coming together right now, specifically because we're all being oppressed right now. So we have to come together and we have to send the message together. So this guy's going to help out in getting that word spread. He's going to start out in Lincoln, Nebraska, spreading the word there, and then hopefully we can get him up to a national level where he's really spreading that word there, kind of similar to what Candace Owens is doing for the Conservative Party. So really looking forward to that guy coming on board and helping out. That's kind of it. Not a ton of stuff going on. Nothing too crazy. We're pretty segregated right now as far as group goes by state. So the message is getting out right now. Very well because of that. We've enacted that multi-headed hydra, like I was talking about. We really are starting to build the network that is just unbreakable there. Right hand signal for that. Pretty unbreakable. We're getting all of these things in place, and honestly, it's going to be amazing. We got 11 days left, something like that. It's going to be a huge freaking showing. I'm honestly expecting a lot of people are predicting in the thousands. I'm predicting in the tens of thousands or higher in some areas, and we're really going to just blow this thing out. So that's pretty much the State of the Union. I want to reiterate one more time, guys. Right now, this is not a violent war with weapons or anything like that. This is a war of information. So you got to get the word out to people who are in the middle right now. We need to bring them on board. One of the messages I keep repeating now on media is to police officers that these are unconstitutional laws. So if they are enforcing them, they are breaking the law themselves. So we're starting to put them on notice about this, and we're really going to get this message across, and they're going to be on our side come the day. Okay. That's where we need to be. We know they're not bad people, not most of them, but we know that the majority are just want to help people, and we just have to help inform them as well. You got to inform your neighbors, bring them out of fear. They're stuck in a fear bubble right now. You have to help them out of that, help them understand how easy it is to protect yourself. Because once they understand that, everything else is over. Then you start saying, okay, well, if it only costs $10 to protect yourself and you can't get this thing, why are they shutting everything down? And then they go, that doesn't make sense. Why are they taking away your rights? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Then you can start talking to them about all kinds of stuff, okay? So on that message of this is a war of information, guys. Nothing else. I want to play this for you. Keep in mind that the battle is information, not that's where the war is. That's where the fighting will take place, is in information, in knowledge. But listen to this, one of my favorite speeches. Whoop, one sec. Sorry, technical difficulty. There we go. All right, now we should be good. Let's see. Here you go.
And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight? Against that? No! We will run! And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?